One of the things you can always depend on. This is one of the truths of the universe, and you heard it first from here. Whatever we decide we want to do is what we do. Learning how to be still, to really be still and let life happen, that stillness becomes a radiance. If you live a life of make-believe, your life isn't worth anything until you do something that does challenge your reality. Challenge yourself. It's the only path which leads to growth. I don't have to work. I could stop and never have to worry about paying the rent. I'm working for the joy of doing it. If your life turns out to be good and you have a tremendous amount of luck in your life, it's a good thing to turn around and make it work for others. Was I always going to be here? No, I was not. I was going to be homeless at one time, a taxi driver, truck driver, or any kind of job that would get me a crust of bread. You never know what's going to happen. I've been living with myself all of my life, so I know all of me. So when I watch me, all I see is me. It's boring. If you look back on your life and where you started from, it's like looking back down a mountain back to the desert floor. It's like now I can't believe I had whatever it takes or perceived whatever it took to get here. Let me be the first to tell you, drinking alcohol is the worst thing to do in cold weather. Hot soup is the best because the process of digesting food helps to warm you up. I always tell my kids, if you lay down, people will step over you. But if you keep scrambling, if you keep going, someone will always give you a hand. Always. But you gotta keep dancing, you gotta keep your feet moving. I have to remind myself that some birds aren't meant to be caged. Their feathers are just too bright. And when they fly away, the part of you that knows it was a sin to lock them up does rejoice. I try to keep my mind active. I'm a solitaire and puzzle addict. I exercise religiously. I don't do many things religiously, and I've taken up golf to have something to do when I have nothing to do. Morgan Freeman famous quotes: kindness in thinking or giving creates profoundness and happiness. Kindness in saying creates an everlasting love. Don't be different just for differement's sake. If you see it differently, function that way. Follow your own muse, always. We humans are more concerned with having than with being. The best way to guarantee a loss is to quit. I've always been a fan of or desired to or responded to variety. I like variety in life, so variety in work is a must. I once heard a wise man say there are no perfect men. Only perfect intentions. How do we change the world? One random act of kindness at a time. Never let pride be your guiding principle. Let your accomplishments speak for you. You can't take credit for talent. You can only take credit for using it. I'm not intimidated by lead roles. I'm better in them. I don't feel pressure. I feel released at times like that. My approach to acting is that I am totally intuitive. I read the script and I get it. If I don't get it, I can't do it. Is there a movie I think I should have won the Oscar for? Yeah, all of them. It can have an enormous effect because big budget movies can have big budget perks, and small budget movies have no perks. But what is the driving force, of course, is the script, and your part in it. That is a big turn on for me, a director who knows what he's doing and what he wants, and knows when he's gotten what he wants. The main thing about awards in movies is that they can serve as an economic surge for the film. If your movie gets nominated for any award, it does it a big favor. People might go and see it again.